with the ishtadlut? How do you know that you're giving enough ishtadlut?
So,
like, let's say if things are not happening to you, let's say a person is trying to do something.
yes.
Let's say at work, at business, right? Let's say business doesn't go too well, then you think that you might be lacking ishtadlut, not only lacking
What's ishtadlut?
effort.
So one of the big things by Rav Nachman, which is maybe not as widely held by everybody, is that although it really is that hishtadlut means effort. It means effort. How much effort do I have to put in? Avram, we only have 5 minutes left. You can wait? Okay. Hishtadlut means effort. He wants to know how much effort do I need to put in physically. The answer is dependent on how much faith you have. The more faith you have, the less physical hishtadlut you need to put in. That's the simple answer to your question. A person who believes completely, Rav Nachman says he doesn't need to leave his door to make money.
What does that mean though, Rabbi? I'm sorry, like, if somebody's trying to open up a pharmacy, nobody's going to open up a pharmacy over here near my house. Because it's overpopulated, there's Moharans everywhere.
That's all based on logic. That's all based on logic.
Yeah, but doesn't that come to... You see, there was another rabbi who said the same thing, right?
Yeah.
He was just saying, like, if you have this imuna, like he was saying the story about this one guy who he didn't have money, like he did all these things, and all he did is believe. And all he did was believe in God because of his level of imuna, all this great stuff. Awesome. Where's the level of like you? At a certain point, you just become lazy, even though you have this imuna, you have this, like, you know, it's like.
So 1 second. The expression of imuna is through prayer. You can't simply believe truly that everything comes from Hashem. You need to pray. So therefore, you're not exerting any less effort. You're just redirecting the effort.
So you're saying that you don't like. For my whole like life understanding was that you should do your best, and God will help you along the way, and believe that He will. But from my understanding from this whole conversation, it's like cut doing your best. Just pray for it. So I'm saying,
it's like cut doing your best. It's just that you're able to, if you.
But you said the more you believe
in Hashem,
the less you need to do. The less you can effort.
That's absolutely true.
No, but do you understand why that makes sense?
I get it, but it's like that could be.
But I'm explaining it's not, the belief can't just be in your mind. You're not, if
it's only in potential.
Listen to me. When I do an hour of Hibodedut, that's harder than me working. It's very hard to do an hour of Hibodedut. So for instance, if I'm expressing my Amunah by talking to Hashem for an hour straight, that's not any less effort than what you're doing at work for an hour. So therefore, I'm not working.
Most people don't do anything at work.
Whatever. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying I'm not working any less hard.
Exactly.
I'm just redirecting that effort. I need to do hishtadlut. Your free will is in what? If you want to do it in the physical, you can. But if you do it in the spiritual, you're able to not do it in the physical.
I need to sleep on that. I need to really like reprocess everything you just said.
Good. Think about it.
And come back tomorrow.
And everything is completely dependent on your level of emunah. Rav Nachman would not tell you work less hours if you don't believe what I'm telling you, because if you don't, it's very dangerous.
Yeah, you could
but a person who really mamish wants to live this life of emunah and dedicates himself to taking Rav Nachman's teachings into his life, he can gradually work less and less.
I don't believe in that because I feel like everything that we have in this world.
You don't believe that because your parents are Moharan. That's why you don't believe.
No, that's absolutely not.
Moharans are the most
but that's not where I'm going.
hardcore Soviets.
The reason I'm saying this is because I feel like everything that happens in this world, everything is like, it's kind of like a reflection. Everything that
something
happens
spiritual.
Something spiritual.
Yes.
Everything is all a reflection.
Very
right?
good.
So my thought, he really threw me off.
No. You're about to say
something. All of us
wait,
were like that.
Wait. He's about to say something that's very eminent. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. I forgot. He threw me off.
Can I guess what you're going to say?
Yes, please.
That if you have to put your ishtadlut somewhere, and the physical is a reflection of the spiritual, then you put your ishtadlut in the spiritual, it has to reflect physically.
Yes and no. I just remember like another part. So it's like
so that would have been a good response.
It is. No. It's a part of it, but it's also.
I'm not asking my question. I'm out of here.
Wait. Okay.
So if it's a reflection, then God wanted us to be in this area where we have to work for things, where we have to try our best, where we have to do.
You have to.
But you just said like less effort. You know what I'm saying? Like
not less effort, redirected effort. You can physically
redirected. That's the
less.
key word.
and spiritually work harder. If you redirect that effort,
I don't even think that's gratifying though. Like at a certain point, it's just like
I promise you, the curse of Adam is thinking that you need to physically do it, and that's the only thing that's going to gratify you. It's much, much more gratifying to pray to Hashem for an hour to make parnasa, and somebody come and give you a check for $2,000.
I so disagree with
Okay, so you can't disagree.
You don't even know
until
what's going to happen when you
can't-
come outside.
One
You don't know what's
second.
going to happen.
You can't,
How you gonna say that
you
it's
can't
you, not
disagree
Hashem?
until you accomplish such a thing. Accomplish such a thing, and then you can tell me which was more gratifying for you.
I had times where I spoke with God where I got it and I was very thankful, and like I just feel like fulfillment comes with action, not just by like I don't know, man. I gotta.
I'm not talking about as simple as Shem. I want this. I'm talking about every day praying for hours, hundreds of thousands of hours for something, and then getting it. I'm telling you, I promise you, I worked in the work world before. It's much more gratifying than picking your nose and playing with your belly button and like typing everything on it, and then getting your work done and getting paid for that.
People who are very like grateful towards Hashem and they see more of godliness are usually people who are like usually like employers instead of employees. Like it's kind of weird to think this way, but as a person who's a business person, he sees God in every single move because he knows that at the end of the day, it's like when let's say a person who works for somebody and he has a set salary that's coming in, it's different for him to say, no, it's not me. What do you mean? If I work 10 hours, I'm going to get this one. But at the end of the day, he could go outside. God forbid something happens to his car. Where'd that money go? The more you believe in it, the more it makes sense. But the more you're gonna let's say
And I understand your concept, but again, a business person is in action. Even though he believes he's in action, he still wakes up.
That's not true.
He
That's
still
not
does.
true.
He still works.
That's not true.
I don't know, maybe.
I want to give you an example, okay? I know people in this class that they used to work many, many hours every day when they started their business.
I'm not saying kill
One
yourself.
second, one second.
I'm not saying
Wait, take it easy. They now work maybe.
but he's saying all valid things. Don't think like-
They now work maybe 3 hours a day, and they spend now hours learning and praying instead, and they make as much more. Okay, they're not working.
But it's just not how much
Listen
you
to me.
make.
Listen to what I'm saying. They're not working any less hard. They're working really hard at learning and praying. I'm not telling you can work less hard and make more money. You have to work just as hard. But in what? That's all I'm saying. And I understand that it's hard to believe, but that is the whole ikr of the faith of
I
Judaism.
get 100% what you're saying.
So just
it's
have-
just I guess
sit
for me
on
it's
it.
two different areas.
Sit on it. Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions? Shachar, you have any questions or any statements?
How about you think we can get Thursday back?
Yes, we can get Thursday back. Any other questions and statements?
That's my question.
Any other questions and statements? Any other questions, statements? Any other questions? Please do not miss tomorrow's class. We have to understand this halakha thing. It's very, very deep, and it's going to practically affect the classes moving forward. Yes.